if I hadn't have gone and done what I didn't want to do, I would never have gotten the good diagnosis.
I smell the liberal.
I don't think any of us in here are liberals, but or I don't know. I could be
We
wrong.
can ask. We can figure that out. It's a weeding process.
The
Finding a
frogs
liberal.
outside my room were gay.
So, I mean, I want to say what's up. Does
What
anyone
the
know?
sky,
Does
bro?
anyone know what conversation was going on up there?
I
No,
just left it. What time do you want to know about the conversation?
I
Yeah, I
don't.
was up there
Honestly, I
too.
don't want
It
to know. I
depends.
don't want to know much. It's just so hostile. It's like you could really you could continue a conversation and like get it somewhere, and they just
you
weren't
could
using
go
the
down a
correct
bad
tools
No
to do
They're
that.
progress.
they're not actually hostile people. Like I know, like all those people together, the only one that is actually hostile sometimes is Cardboard. Everyone else, they're just stupid.
It's
They're
just
just
Thank you.
annoying
I
as
just
stupid.
came
fuck
from
when
over
like
there.
a bunch of betas like argue over a subject. It's like
Watching, come on, man. Don't troll.
Watching a bunch of
Don't
betas.
don't troll. Don't troll.
I'm not. Like that's honestly what it sounds like most of the time. Like a lot of the people are like having their debates, and then the one person gets pissed off and like tries to like speak over someone the whole time. It's honestly how it goes.
Just a lot of curse words, I think.
At
Yeah,
the very
especially
least, I don't think it was that type of
You know,
interaction.
if you need cursing to get your point across, that speaks to your intellect.
Yeah,
Okay,
I-
need is a strong word. You don't need it, but sometimes it could be a fun thing to add in.
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
the curse words being directed at people and
Yeah.
not just being part of the emotion, because you can be very emotional about something
Oh,
and say,
were you up there when somebody was just kept saying "fuck you" every time
yeah,
someone
yeah.
interrupted them?
That's sort of what put me off in that whole thing. Is like, oh my goodness, this is not how you have a conversation.
Well, they've had a think about it like this. They've had a conversation like that for a while, and then they get addicted to having conversations like that.
Yeah, that's a tough hole to go down.
It's not the right way to have them. It's like
It's not.
go to a bar and try to do that. People will look at you like you're fucking nuts.
They just won't talk to you. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I kind of
mean,
like
I-
about this place is that people are willing to just talk to you, but there are some people that know, like, oh, I'm not going to get anywhere in this conversation, so I'm just not going to talk to that guy.
Then yeah, that's the important thing for me. Progress.
Yeah, what's your goal? So what's your goal? Since the like, where do you want to be at the end of this conversation?
At the end of this conversation, I want to be at my bed,
Well,
and subsequently hop into it.
yeah, and that's what I mean is where do you want to get to while you're here?
Well, the conversation hasn't even started yet. I don't know if I could. I'm hoping that the conversation will be productive, even if it gets heated. Hopefully, we just keep being productive. Hopefully, it's interesting to me. Hopefully, it's not a meta conversation until that's actually relevant, but it is already. I don't know. I'm hoping for a lot, but I'm not expecting a whole lot.
Yeah, I think I could just keep leaving and joining. Um. Okay, so let's talk. Let's talk
About
about freaking what, man? About
something
frickin'
you're
what?
interested in.
What's-
Hopefully, I'll be interested as well.
Okay, it was something I'm interested in. Something I could just talk hours about is rugs. Can I get into the rug
Okay,
thing?
I don't know. I don't know if I might as well use you as my podcast to go to sleep.
Right. I'll ask you questions about it, just to keep you
Okay.
engaged. I want to talk about rugs because it really touches on that big fad that happened, NFTs. You remember that?
When they blew up and everybody was talking about them and people were doing a bunch of advertisements on about them.
Yeah, yeah. You remember it.
Rappers were starting their own for some reason.
And it was all to, I mean, because we see the NFT as a way to hold money.
Wait, is
We
this
saw-
all a big joke on the way to something about a rug pull?
No, No, this
Oh,
it's not a,
okay.
it's not about a
Okay,
rug
that would have been
pull.
amazing.
It's about wanting to move away from the current standard, the US dollar. I think that's what that whole
Okay.
fad was about. It was like,
I could have. Wait, so what type of rug are you talking about?
I'm talking about, we can get it. Yeah. So what I'm talking about is hand knotted rugs.
Are you trying to sell me something? I'm getting that distinct impression.
So somewhat, I'm not trying to personally sell you a rug. I'm trying to sell you an idea.
Okay.
Because I have found rugs to be, really powerful in the way that I
In what
think
way?
NFTs were trying to be.
Which is, we trade rugs for money now. I mean, you could resell it, but
People already
think
do.
in a more,
Rugs have value. So technically,
and they lose value the more they're used.
that's the thing. Hand knotted rugs don't. So
And-
going to a department store, buying one of these fabricated rugs made in a factory,
Uh-huh.
they didn't cost much to make. So it's like fast fashion. It's like basic textiles, where a big loom makes a rug, and the materials that it costs to make it are part of the cost, and the material, and the money to run the factory and to get it packaged, shipped, that all is part of the cost of one of these manufactured rugs. But the problem with that is the rugs didn't cost that much to make. So there's not really any value in it. No how do I say this? So like NFTs, the reason they're big is they are pieces of art, and we understand art to be something that someone invested time into. So
I
mean-
don't know if that's the only reason it's big. I think NFTs and not art in general, but art has this distinct quality as well, where there is a feeling, for lack of a better word, or even like a status symbol tied to it. And once you get that for some reason, the older it is, the status symbol increases in social value, which is corresponding in financial value for whoever wants to buy it next.
Yep. And a piece of art. Let's stay on the art train. So like a piece of art that somebody spent a month making.
Mhm.
There's value in that because it took that long to make. And what's
Really?
interesting, well, let's go to AI
Is it
art.
more or less valuable than somebody capturing a picture, but it took them like one train or one plane flight to go to the South Pole or North Pole, whichever one has the Aurora
you could make
Borealis?
the same argument for like animal photographers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So animal photographers, they put a lot of time into getting the perfect shot.
I would say they put the most amount of time
Yeah.
more than any artist.
More than, not any artist. Let's
I
not say
compared
that.
to their work output, definitely more than any artist, depending on what your specialty is in the animals.
Well,
Arctic foxes, for example, it takes them months. Certain wolf packs, like it takes you months, years. So I definitely say with their work output.
well, this is where I bring up rugs. A hand knotted rug takes years to make. Months, in some cases years to make. So because it takes that long to make,
It
you
could replace money.
it could replace money. You can't counterfeit it because the amount of time that it takes to make one, that's what gives it its value, is it took that long to make.
Wait, what do you mean you can't replace it? Couldn't you?
You can't counterfeit
have
it.
a machine that knots it the same exact way, or
No. You can.
Yes, you can.
So
what?
You can't. That's the thing. If
using the same
You
technique?
you can't make a machine that like hyper focuses and like exactly identically does it the way the human hand does it?
I mean, if you think that that would be possible, but unfortunately, I mean, it's just the way that it's done. You can't.
Okay, I need to more further
I
explain.
guess I'll take your word for it because the
I-
way you're saying it without any proof is.
I
Yeah,
definitely
it's
need
difficult
further
to-
explanation.
I'm only doing this to further the conversation.
Yes,
'cause
yes,
we've
yes. Suspending
There's been a lot
disbelief.
of built up about rugs, and I just want to get to the point.
Well, the point is that the time to make something is what gives it its value.
Really?
I think so.
I think it's maybe the time, but in that equation, I don't know if the time is that important. I think the value placed upon it, the reason why there's value placed upon it is probably the most important thing. So that includes circumstances like if somebody hasn't had a shot of insulin in like twice the recommended amount of time between shots, they probably really do need that. That'd probably be super valuable to them, right?
Mhm.
I don't know if it's just the time it took to make that insulin because it was made in a factory.
Okay. So the circumstance also matters.
I definitely
It's
say a lot
Okay,
of
what about the skill level?
the skill
What if
level.
what if a person could make a handcrafted rug that's very high quality? This person has been working longer than anybody in the world, but
Yeah.
it only takes them 1 week instead of the months or years that you were talking about.
So that's
Would
it's
that be
just
of less value even though they have more skill?
physically it just doesn't work like that. Because each knot,
Hypothetically, I'm asking you, would it be of less value because it took less time?
yes,
Even if the person has better skills than anybody else.
it would be of less value.
Okay, then I don't know if I see value the same way then.
Well, it's like the diamond thing, where the companies they hold back diamonds and they don't flood the market with all these diamonds because
Yeah, that's because the market would be saturated, not because time.
so
Well,
that's what
also
makes
the-
rugs unique is with the way they're constructed, you physically cannot flood the market. It's like it's
Well,
just
I
it
don't
takes
get
that
the
long.
diamond thing. I don't get the diamond thing because like
Yeah, I just shot it down.
inherently diamonds. There's no case to be made that diamonds are valuable in any way.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I just said that it's not analogous because he's talking about the way markets are, like the way somebody controls a market from
Well-
having prices go down versus
Well-
the value
well,
of something with
regardless
time.
of
Those
the
things aren't.
market, there's an abundance of diamonds. Like I don't understand. They're not rare.
It's valuable
ever.
because
Yeah.
society places value
So
on it.
yeah, and they're able to control how valuable they are based on how like just by controlling the
And how
amount of
much they
diamonds in
flood the market.
circulation.
It's-
Yeah.
And they even do that by social means. Like we could create diamonds in a lab now, but organic diamonds are more expensive.
So
I guess.
it's like the rug thing is it forces you to sit down and tie knots for years.
Okay,
For months.
so even if we grant everything you set up until now, how the heck is that going to replace currency?
It's not going to replace currency, it's going to add another standard. It's like the rug, technically speaking, the rug standard already exists.
And by that, do you mean the milk carton standard and the egg price standard and the gas mileage or whatever the fuck?
Kind of like that, yeah. It's kind of like that. But
Okay, I don't know if any of those things. I mean, gas maybe, but I don't know if like a lot of things could meet up to that standard. Or
it's
oil
just that
specifically, but whatever.
we don't place the value in Western culture on rugs. If you look at Arabic culture, they do. Like, if you want to take out a loan, you put your rugs down as collateral.
Wait, I'm so sorry. What Arabic country are you specifically
Places
speaking
like
of, or what
Iraq,
collection of them? You could-
Iran.
how much of
especially.
a loan are we talking
Yeah,
here?
but they also do the same thing with animals.
Yeah,
Animals make much more sense because you could actually extract value from those things, but
but animals don't
Um,
last forever.
they don't last forever. But it's way better than a rug.
Well, the whole point
I
of the
don't know.
rugs is like that they're new. That's the whole point in the
That's
value
not
you're
true.
actually talking
No, no, no,
about.
you're
The
talking about-
older the rug gets, the
That's
more
not
value
the
it
argument
holds.
he's talking about.
No, but I mean in terms of how it looks and how and how
No, we're not
aggregate-
talking. Even the looks thing is wrong here. He's talking about the same way we would appreciate something from like the Titanic if we discovered it. It's older, and that grants it some sort of value based off the cultural preferences and the history there. But again, I don't. First of all, the claim on the rug thing, I would be surprised if that's true, and I'd be even more surprised if it was an actual significant amount of money. But I mean, even $1,000 would be a super surprise for me.
What,
But,
rugs? They go
yeah,
they go
for
up
like
to
using it as
30,000.
collateral for a
Oh,
bank.
no. Rugs, I mean, I think the most expensive rugs are $500,000. There have been
I'm
some
not
that
talking about the
sold.
most expensive rugs. I'm talking about the amount of loans regularly given out per rug that you are talking about.
Oh, okay.
Does this come from like the standard argument that was made? Like this would
Well,
back
no,
it,
it's
make
that
it
they
more
it's that
standard?
they hold value and they don't drop. They don't go vary in value. Like it's.
I think your argument would be better suited towards art or antiquities.
What do you mean?
And I guess rugs could be part of that subcategory of antiquities, but I don't know if they would stand out on their own as a separate subcategory.
I just don't see another, because I see the American dollar as something that you can just make too much of too quickly. And people go to Bitcoin because Bitcoin you can't make more of it quickly. You actually have to put time and resources to get it.
Well, there's also the aspect of it significantly like growing in price the more you hold. So if you hold like there was a guy who gave like 100 bitcoins, I don't know if that's the exact number, to a pizza guy, and now the pizza guy has multiple hundreds of millions. Like it's like clearly the potential they have for being worth much more is way more of an incentive
Oh yeah,
than the fact that it's a steady growth.
well, that's the reason it blew up. Is it became
I think that's
it
the
became
reason
it
the
became
majority of
adopted
people
by
in
a
the
lot of
market.
people. What I'm saying is, if rugs became adopted as a way to hold hold monetary value.
You could say that about literally anything, including poop.
No, because poop is
If
easily
culture
made.
deemed poop as nope. If
Poop
culture,
is very easily made.
Unironically, if culture, you could give it to a specific animal that poops a little. It doesn't. None of this matters. Unironically, if society were to want to, we could place value on poop as our monetary value. The paper means nothing. The numbers on your screen mean nothing. It's all socially enforced by society, by the government. If we're gonna take it, if we're gonna break it down, we might as well break it down all the way.
Yes, but the likeliness of poop being taken up as a currency
Okay.
is less
Easily.
is-
Okay, so easily manufactured is not the thing here because money holds value. Because if you wanted to, you could transfer a large amount of Bitcoin to someone, or maybe an NFT comes through, blows up, and leaves.
But the thing about
None
rugs
of,
is
none of
that they
that's what
can't.
grants it value.
You don't see, but the rug thing, I think, is important because it does hold it's a very secure way of holding money. It's like gold in that way.
Okay, why couldn't you say the same thing for handcrafted statues?
They're not as sturdy.
They're not as sturdy as a rug. These things have lasted for hundreds of years.
Yeah, but you have to care for. I mean, it's
You know there's-
it's the
there's
way that you
barely any
move things
difference.
around.
You're trying to find something.
It's the way you move things around. I guess it's like it's because
Okay, here's
rugs hold
a
a
genuine
practical
question.
rugs
Is
have a
this like-
practical use.
Okay, statues have a practical use. You could put one in the field and scare away crows.
That's true. You're gonna ask me something.
Yeah, the question was like, are you just trying to waste time, or do you like genuinely believe?
No, I see
we could
something. I
move
see
to the
something.
standard of rugs?
I see something in rugs, and I'm trying to, like me bringing it up to you and you being like, I don't see it.
I
here's why.
engaged with. I tried to engage with it. I really did.
No, and but I like that you did because it's helping me to understand my view on rugs.
Okay, what's the utility of doing this instead of anything else?
I'm very interested in rugs.
That's the utility of it. Your personal interest.
Well,
Why would
you'd ask me.
I mean, societally, because you want it to be the like up there with oil as like a signifier of what money means.
Well, I see rugs.
Or,
I
NFTs, as you
know
keep
that
mentioning.
rugs add add a feeling to a room too.
Yes, so do statues to any place you put them.
Yes,
Nah,
it's,
but
it's
rugs-
more
rugs are
practical to
clutch.
have rugs.
Yeah,
rugs
are
I'm
good.
literally standing on a rug right now. I don't know if I'd give up the money in my account to trade rugs.
Let's say so you're standing on a rug now, so you already place value on having a soft surface to stand or sit on.
Yes, and I place value on the table that my computer is on and the microphone that I'm
Yes.
like, what do you mean?
Now imagine you had a certain
I place
amount.
value on the toilet paper I use probably more than the rug.
Imagine,
Whoa, hold on, okay.
What I'm saying is, imagine you had $5,000, and you want to invest it in something that will keep its value, so that you don't just have the $5,000. Maybe you don't trust in the American dollar as much as you wish you did.
Can we?
And
Can
you
we all
already
agree-
like
Well,
rugs.
you would trust in rugs more?
Can we all agree that rugs are infinitely better than carpet? Right? Carpet is stupid. Rugs are cool.
Wait.
Yeah.
I like carpet though. I do like carpet.
No,
and I
wooden
mean,
floors
I like
all the
soft things
way.
under my feet.
No,
I hate wooden floors.
No,
so
you-
much. It's so cold.
No, dude, hardwood floors with rugs on it is better than carpet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now listen, no, it's not. I like carpet better. But you know what I'm saying? I like where this guy's head's going, right? Because like when the American dollar is garbage and saving money will literally lose you money in the long run. So I respect
Okay,
where
but
you're going with
would
this.
you replace your currency with rugs? Would you invest all your dollars in rugs?
A rug-based
I mean, if-
currency.
Wait. If I knew that rugs were going to hold their value, yes,
That's
I
not the
would.
No, so
question.
that's
I'm
the thing
saying
is
right
that-
right now, would you?
No, not right now because rugs don't hold their value.
No, that's the thing. These rugs
He's
do.
talking about hand.
So hand knotted rugs not only hold their value but appreciate in value over time.
How?
Just
wait,
because
wait,
they
where
are-
are you
We're
putting? Wait,
looping. We're looping.
are you like storing these rugs or are you using them?
You're
Because if
using them.
they're not gonna hold
No,
value.
you use them and you place them in. I mean, you can have a rug in your room, and depending on the traffic pattern and where you place it,
Yeah, but-
that has a lot to
The
do.
But
with
if
it.
you-
rug,
if you want-
I got
if-
kids.
If you want something that appreciates in value over time and is even easier to store than rugs, just get some gold.
yes.
Or silver. I have silver.
'Cause-
I have lots of silver.
The only rug I would pay $5,000 or more for is like Winston Churchill's rug or something.
Because you got to make sure that like the rug doesn't get damp or whatever, because then it could get mildew, and that's
Well-
a problem. Gold can get damp. Gold doesn't give a shit. It doesn't react with water.
I'm asking you. Let's say you had the $5,000.
About gold.
You'd buy
I'm gonna buy a
gold.
car.
Invest in
car.
a index fund
Okay,
or
that's a
car?
good idea.
Well,
a car
then,
would
like,
not
would
shit in
you-
value.
or
Well,
in a
would you
savings
ever
account with
invest in a
interest,
watch?
or-
Watches
Oh,
are
no, I don't really like
investment.
watches.
Watches
I
are
like
dumb
watches.
fucking investment.
I would not.
Even if
Dude,
you could
this
sell
is-
it for the same or more in the future.
You could probably do something better with gold. Like what are you like an Arab guy? You're like, yo, watches and rugs. My whole life is watches and rugs. Like, what-
No, actually,
My
his
man-
whole
my man-
life. First
my
of
man
all, his
walks
whole
around
life
with
is
a
just
trench coat.
rugs. Second of all, he did mention Arab states using rugs as collateral, and I was iffy on how much money that would get you.
I have to do more research on that. I heard that.
Are you talking about
respect the
haggling in a
hustle, though.
market or
No,
you,
like
you said they take it from banks.
like
I
families.
don't know about that.
Families have rugs, and
They
if a
do
fa-
have rugs. I don't know if the bank will take that as collateral though, unless you mean like the rug in their house is part of everything that they're taking.
so you can get insurance on a rug the same way you can get it on expensive pieces of art.
You can get insurance
How
on
much-
anything if
How
you want.
much is the insurance on a rug? You know,
Listen,
It's
you
like
can
this, it's the
insure
same.
anything. You understand? Anything.
I understand
is it
that.
more or less than a Netflix subscription?
Let's
Probably less.
well,
Probably less.
it depends on how many rugs you have.
1,000.
Well, it depends on how much the rug costs too.
Yeah, I mean, if it was Winston Churchill's rug, then maybe.
Okay, so Allstate 4-year area rug accident
My
protection
man
plan.
actually had a thought about that.
So
This
it's
guy knows about rug insurance. Yo, we're going deep.
Yo, bro. Right, like, listen, this is a better conversation than the last one. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
I agree. Rugs are more entertaining.
I keep it a bean, son. You know what I mean?
okay. So
Yo,
what's it? Allstate offers the 500 to 750 option. I also see the 2,500 to 3,500
Wait,
option.
read what the actual insurance is for, because I feel like you're leaving out context on purpose.
Accidental. I know. I'm just reading the Google search stuff, so it's not very in depth.
All right. Okay, just tell us what the policies are.
Okay, area rugs
called.
not only enhance the appearance of a home's interior, but are technically showcased in the highest traffic areas as well.
Wait, is Wall State selling rugs? Why is this description so good?
No, this
Because
is
rug insurance
Uniters.
is a big market.
This is Uniters. This is a different this is a different company.
Dude, have you never gotten a rug insured? Are you a fucking adult?
Apparently
man, listen,
not.
grow up.
I've been
Yo,
paying
grow
bills
up,
for
bro.
more than a decade, but like apparently I'm not. I don't know.
Well,
You need to be a big boy, bro, and get your
Well, what made gold a
yeah,
good
fuck my
standard?
car and house insurance. I should-
insurance for your rug, okay?
What made gold a good standard?
I mean, it's in
God.
short supply. It can't be recreated. You know what I mean? It's able to be tested easily. It's shiny.
It's
That's
really
why.
easy to store. It doesn't react with water poorly. I mean, there's a whole bunch of good reasons, actually.
Yes.
But at the
yes.
end of
Yeah.
the day, society has given it value that has sustained itself through not only the test of time and cultural changes, but like as a core fundamental value of all nations that aren't still carrying around carts.
So
Even then,
what I'm getting towards, because I'd imagined it going this way, is like, let's say the rug standard started to become a thing. This is how I think it would happen, is there would be like essentially TikTokers that would show people how to tell the difference between a real like hand knotted rug and one of the manufactured ones. And people would be, I mean, it would essentially go viral, where people would be like, wait, rugs cost $10,000? What?
Why not just get the TikTokers to advocate for Dogecoin instead,
Listen, what you got to do is
and then invest in Dogecoin?
Because it's uncanny how something that you walk on can be worth so much.
yeah. What if there was like a Supreme hand knotted rug? Like imagine, like every black person in the hood would want a Supreme rug.
Oh, and it said Supreme on it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
I'm pretty sure that's a thing, actually.
I fucking hate you right now. The fact that that's a thing.
I hope that's not a real thing.
Let me see.
Supreme!
No,
yeah,
never, it's
Supreme
not a
is
thing.
ridiculous.
Well, what's interesting is just making something hand knotted makes it valuable because you can't counterfeit it.
Are you sure you're not just enamored with hand knotting?
Wait.
I'm
I have a
sure I'm
question.
not
Is
just
there-
enamored. I'm sure.
Wait, I have a question. Is there like a code that'll send like assassins to kill people and shit inside of that hand knotted rug?
Yes.
Can you like read the code and like find out who the next list is, next person on the
Well,
list?
you could use the microscopic telescope in the fucking observatory or whatever the fuck in a scientific lab. The same one that you're using to verify your real hand knotted rug.
Well, that's so. There's no code to verify. You literally just look at the stitching patterns, and you can tell instantly.
Couldn't you
mean-
just design a machine not to have like very uniform stitching patterns and use the same techniques?
It would have been done already.
Well, why would
Why?
they need to if they could just have the the one that's actually very efficient, makes them great money? They could charge like insane prices for them either way.
Because for some reason, it being hand knotted makes it last significantly longer.
Okay, I'm gonna
Or is it-
quit
wait,
my
wait,
game and I'm
wait.
just gonna Google this.
No. Wait a minute. Or is it the fact that like somebody has $5,000 to spend on the rug, so therefore they're going to put it in a place where it's much larger and less of a chance of it getting like trampled and like ran through by like little kids with bowls full of Cocoa Puffs?
I mean, if you think about it, the hand tuft rugs are already like a TikTok trend, where like people make cool little designs with a rug. It's like, oh, I made a rug of you, guy. Look at this, and then like they already blow up. But those are hand tufted, and they use a tuft machine, and it's essentially painting on a canvas that you do with hand tufted. Hand knotting is like inserting each individual pixel into a screen, one at a time. There's millions of knots on these rugs.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not.
Okay, so a quick Google search, the closest information I could find is it quote unquote lasts a lifetime. But
It
I
lasts more than a
realized
lifetime.
at first of all I searched how long does a rug last, and it said about 10 to 15 years. And then I searched hand knotted rug, and the first thing is the last a lifetime thing that sounds like a commercial. But as I keep scrolling down, there's a whole community here. 28 rules when buying a hand knotted rug. Are hand knotted rugs durable? TikToks about hand knotted rug. Bro, I think you're in a cult.
I'm fine with your cult, though.
It's
I
not a
respect your
cult. It's not a cult. It's that
There are worse,
Everything-
way worse cults. There are way worse
Few
cults.
people-
I would rather maximize rugs than maximize GDP.
it's that
So,
it's that
it's-
either you know about rugs or you don't, and people don't know about rugs and like the hand knotted rug specifically.
I love Discord. Every time we're in Discord, we have somebody who's complaining.
I'm not in a. I mean, I am. I'm fuck. You should see my Instagram feed. It's almost. It's literally just rugs.
It's so wholesome.
I'm
It is
not even
wholesome, I
fucking with
agree.
you. I'm not even
It's so
fucking
nice
with you.
not to be
Like I
talking about
post.
nonsense.
I post
No,
rugs to my
I'm
Instagram
fine with it,
story.
bruh. Like,
Oh my goodness! I'm looking at this rug right now, and it's
You
giving me an
make me-
orgasm.
yeah, listen, you make me want, all right, to get in the rugs just so I can get away from, like, these people, okay?
I feel that. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna
Like,
try
I
and
love the
send
fact that
you.
you like rugs, bruh. It's respectable as fuck.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
send
somebody
you.
who's like, man, listen, I just got this new chicken, right? It's a bantam chicken that, you know what I mean, da-da-da-da-da, whatever. Bruh, listen, it's so nice to meet somebody who's just not into, like, nonsense. You know what I mean?
He
They're
likes
just into,
I mean,
like, something
that's-
I don't know about
normal.
it's wholesome. I don't know if it's not nonsense. The part about replacing.
Oh,
money with rugs.
it could be nonsense, but I mean it's rugs. You know, the man likes rugs. I respect that.
Here, I
Yeah,
sent.
no, that's
I
never
sent
been
an
the contention.
Instagram.
It's
I
just,
sent an Instagram.
Rugs are better NFTs.
post.
And we should.
Yeah,
Uh,
listen, no, listen. He's not even hustling NFTs. You can buy this rug and take it home.
And that's
Yeah, but
that's sort of the
we
point.
should-
Is it's
wait.
physical. It's
The
like
point is, we should replace gold with it. Like, what do you?
It's
that's
not
what we're-
replace
I'm fine with-
gold.
listen, I'm-
it's
Well,
add.
You were
Oh
asking
my
about
God,
what
bro.
gives
Like-
it value. and-
I was asking what gives
relation to
gold
rugs.
value, and a lot of the same things that give gold value are what give rugs value.
Wasn't one of your biggest points the amount of time it takes to make
I
gold?
feel like
mean,
that's not
it
true,
forms in a
right?
while, but like you could say the same for natural diamonds.
Wait a minute. Can you make that argument that like rugs had the same value as gold in the same way? Can you get that argument for me, please? I want to hear it. Just because I need something nice in my ear.
So I was
You said in
asking.
some of the same.
I was
ways, but,
asking that like what gives gold its value, and I think a lot of the things that give gold its value is one, it's hard to come by. It's you can't just stumble upon it. So the amount of gold is set, and it's a small amount. And in order to get gold, it takes a long time, or you have to be lucky. And another big factor in gold is how long it lasts. And sure, if you
I think gold might last a little longer.
yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't. Gold does it lasts longer than rugs. But
but
that
not
does
hand knotted rugs.
hand knotted rugs, they last hundreds of years. So you could invest in a hand knotted rug and keep it for your whole life, and then give it to your kids, and they will keep it for their whole life, and then they will give that rug to their kids, and they can keep it for their whole life, and they can grow
Unless
up with
somebody
it,
spills
walk
a
on it.
stain on it, and
Well,
yeah,
holds
let's
up.
stop
that-
shitting on his rug.
Well,
please.
that's the thing is
Stop shitting on his rug.
No, I
culturally,
like rugs. I
Cult-
am standing on a rug.
culturally,
Yeah,
the
listen,
the
yeah,
rug
we love rugs, and
it doesn't exist anymore.
I didn't know this.
Is
till
there
today,
used to be
but I
there used to
really-
be a room in people's homes called the rug room, and it's where you kept your rugs. It's where you went to relax and lay down on the floor. Have you ever felt I mean, you've clearly never felt a hand knotted rug. That's one of the wonders of these rugs. Is they're so fucking soft. It's like laying on a fucking animal, like a clean animal. A fluffy fucking cat is what it's like. It's like that's what it's like to lay on and walk over these rugs.
Yeah, listen, I didn't know this till today, but I really like people who like rugs.
I sent the video. It shows you how they make the rugs, if you're interested.
Yeah, I am. Listen, I'm 100% interested in, like, I watch people who clean rugs. You know what I mean? You ever watch those rug cleaning videos?
Yeah.
I love that shit, man. It's fucking great.
What's funny is they never clean. I've never seen them clean hand knotted rugs, and that's just because
I mean,
people take good
they
care
have
of
some
their
older
hand-knotted
videos.
rugs.
They might be. I don't know. You know what I mean? Some of those look really, 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 really old.
So what's interesting
Yeah,
though
no,
is
these are actually really old. I just found more scientific research. Handmade rugs are typically, or handmade rugs typically last significantly longer than machine-made rugs due to their superior material, craftsmanship, and well-maintained craft. Blah blah blah. A well-maintained rug could last for anywhere from 20 years to over a century. Factors like material quality, knot density, and care significantly influence the longevity of a hand-knotted rug.
and what you see a lot of people do in these countries is you don't even walk on the rugs. You hang them on the walls because they are pieces of art.
But I'm gonna, listen, can I teach you some economics real quick, buddy? So you don't make that like gold versus rug argument thing, right?
Yeah.
So in order for something to be considered money or a currency as a whole, right, it has to do three things. It has to be a store of value, a unit of exchange, right, and a unit of account, right, for like measurement. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? You cannot, like, you're missing the unit of account.
Yeah.
I mean, it could maybe be a unit of exchange, maybe, but you can't bring it into percentages because you don't want to cut your rug apart. You know what I mean? But it can be a store of value, right? But gold acts in all three of these things,
Yes,
where it can be a
yes.
unit of exchange, a unit of measurement, and a store of value. Just so you know, and I mean for later on down the line when you're having these arguments, right? But like, listen, I'm loving hearing you talk about rugs because, like, listen, somebody who's not passionate about Biden or Trump or libertarians and nonsense. Like, I love it. I love it so much. Great. You know what I mean? It's peaceful. It's enjoyable.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
guys,
no real-
come on. I'm getting a little bit sick about talking about rugs. Can we talk about something new and novel that a lot of people aren't talking about, like Israel?
Or like doormats. Have you ever heard of hand-stitched doormats?
hand knotted doormats. I'm imagining like the videos of you know how people go up to people's houses and steal packages, people just going up and stealing the doormat.
Yeah, they're laser printed
yo.
doormats.
Did you ever see The Godfather, sir? Rug guy?
The Godfather, no.
You should. One of the things that begins like Vito Corleone's crime like life is he steals a rug. A hand-knotted woven rug.
Oh, and then the Godfather goes, "You come into my home and you disrespect my rug," and then he shoots him. Like that's
not how that works.
That was
But,
a cool
whole
scene.
literally, yeah, he stole like a rug. That was the beginning of his criminal empire.
The movie was about a hand-knotted rug gang.
That's right.
Yeah, listen, all of it started with the rug. So I mean, like, you're right on track, right? You might have like cracked into something we didn't know about.
Well, it's that's the problem. And the only thing I can do is spread awareness and let people know, like, hey, there's something in rugs. I don't know if it's for you, but it could be. And just step on one and you'll sort of see. You can't really. It's hard
Listen,
to explain.
You're preaching to the choir, all right? I literally have a guy who hand makes my soap for me, all right? I don't wear a pair of socks more than once, okay? Like, I'm that type of dude. I'm the type of guy who would really get into hand-woven rugs.
What
I
a
just don't have
coincidence.
courage
I have
right
a guy who puts my soap on for me.
Good job, buddy. Good job. And I'm not joking. I have a dude who makes my soap for me.
No, I knew you weren't joking.
You
handmade
could
soap at the
find and another thing, sorry, because I keep saying one thing, like it's just another thing about rugs is what it adds to your home. And like that is I think the most valuable part to me specifically is what it adds to the place that you spend your life in. And you take the rugs with you no matter what house or apartment you live in, but you have that rug, and that rug can stay with you for your whole life. And the people that come to visit you, they see the same rug every single time, and they step on it themselves, and they feel comfortable on that rug. And your kids grow up on that rug, and one of them ends up getting it. And like that is another plate. Like that is really where the value is for me in these rugs. Is like it's just a high quality thing. It's the reason people buy. Unfortunately, these like high end clothing brands, the quality is going away, just because that's the way the world's moving. Is like fast fashion is taking over, but within the fast fashion thing. You have people that are like, once you see good quality, it's hard to go back to bad quality. Like if you're a gamer,
I sent you a DM, right? For my soap, like for my soap guy, I sent you a DM, right? You can like listen. It's really pure, clean. Like there's 2 ingredient soap, right? It's amazing, and like you'll feel spectacular.
Wait, what
when
are
you're
the
done
2
washing.
ingredients? If you don't mind telling us the
Olive
secret
oil,
formula.
olive oil, and lye.
Wait, he distills dishonesty?
No, olive oil and lye.
Yeah.
you're being dishonest.
I get it. I get
Thank
it.
you. They don't always hit, but you gotta throw them out.
Yeah, but like legit, man, check that shit out. You know what I mean, legit.
Hey, if you ever
Really,
have an
really
extra
good, high quality
5,000
shit.
lying around and you want to bring your living house to the next level, living home, you're just the place where you spend a lot of time in. If you ever want to bring that to the next level, get a rug. So yes, I was trying to sell you a rug the whole time.
My idea was to bring in like a wife or something, but that's better.
No,
the wife will like the rug.
A rug will stay with you for longer.
Yeah, it will.
It's more dependable.
It'll stay with you
listen,
past your
you're
death.
saying you can take care of your wife and treat her properly, all that stuff, and act like she's a good piece of property, but like then she can leave.
Yeah,
Right,
the rug,
She might.
the rug
no, no,
won't cheat on you.
Apparently, no. Apparently, they last from 20 to 100 years. So, on average. So, I mean, as long as she's healthy, she could last 100.
No, not with you though, man. Because when she comes to you, she's at least going to be 20. You know what I mean? So she only at the most got 80 years.
Oh, 100 with me. Okay.
And you're not going to live to 100. You're going to live to like max 80. So that's like
Yeah.
best case 60.
If
60
she
years.
dies, you can just turn her into a rug.
That's true.
You know?
But if you
So-
can do it with
And I'll be
bears,
honest with
if you can do it with
like,
bears, you can do it with people.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, I literally just had a chick hit me up, and she's married. You know what I mean? And the other broad I'm banging, she's married. Right? Like, bro, like these females cheat. You know what I mean? It is what it is, and you don't even know.
I think the dude knows.
No.
Maybe he's into it.
We should bring rug
No.
culture to the U.S.
But
It's
I mean, we have
strong.
rugs.
I agree.
I have a rug. I have a rug in
Yeah,
where
we
I
have
live.
we have rugs already. So
Well, yeah,
instead of bringing
you have rugs,
into
but
the
it's the
US.
machine.
So we have rugs
machine-made
A
rugs.
over here. We should bring rug B into the U.S.
Americans are really garbage about that stuff. They don't like paying for quality.
They don't like rugby.
They'd
I know.
much rather pay for cheap shit.
Only rug A.
Well, the cheap shit is less expensive.
Well, why are iPhones the most used phone in the U.S.?
Because that's a status symbol. That's
Mostly-
different.
wait.
Well,
Yeah,
why-
we are
couldn't-
willing.
why couldn't
We're
a
willing
rug
to
be a
spend.
status
We're
symbol?
willing to spend right out of our fucking mouths in order to achieve status symbols.
So if
Not
you
for
make
quality,
rugs,
not for things that actually make our lives better. But if it's a status symbol, dude, we will spend for that.
And
So
then
what
on
I'm saying
top
is
of that,
rugs-
not only a status symbol gets you in the door, but the fact that you get used to their ecosystem and it sort of invades your life, and then you're sort of stuck in it, and you don't want to get like the barrier to learning a new one, which isn't even high. That is all a reason why you shouldn't commence switching, and the reason why you wouldn't want to have a Samsung or an Android is because of the cultural significant.
Well, plus, I mean, those
ramifications.
texts. When I get a text from someone with one
And
of those
it's
gross,
green?
icky, it's green. I'm like, dude,
Unironically, that's stupid, but it's a real thing.
it's a real thing. Yeah, people actually care about that.
I had an argument with some fucking loser that doesn't have a real life or doesn't engage with actual society in Destiny's Discord. And he was like, no, that doesn't exist. People don't actually care about that. No, sir. I don't know if you've not dated anyone in the last like 300 years, but
Yeah,
not
I have an
300
iPhone,
obviously,
and
but
And by the way, I wanna throw this out here for y'all. Android
early
has a
2000s.
70% market share.
yeah, that's because the rest of the world is included.
I mean, no, with the rest of the world, it's 60%.
Okay, then in America they have 70%?
Yeah,
For commercial phones or for other
for
products?
phones. For phones.
I was under
Android
the
has a
impression
70%
that
market share in the
Apple
US.
had 60%.
No,
Yeah, me as well. I could have sworn they have a pseudo monopoly.
no. Fucking Android is like much more used.
When
You got,
I
like,
when I
four
get
people-
done with this game, I'm gonna double check.
I don't. Do what you do.
You might be right. I don't know. I'm just gonna double check.
As I said, do what you do.
Right now, I'm trying to beat someone up.
Get it done. Why, like, you know, we buy high-end phones is because, like, you can pay them on payment plans with your phone bill. Right. That's the only reason we pay like $700 for our phones and shit.
Oh, it's
Because,
actually
like, we don't
a
notice it.
thousand something. But honestly, refurbished is really good. You could get a really good phone for much lower
Yeah,
price,
I would
especially with a
never use
trade-in,
an
so they could
Apple
refurbish
product.
yours.
Yeah, I would never use an Apple product ever.
So,
all right, because
it-
I hate college people.
From what I can see, it's every fourth quarter, Apple has, I mean, yes, globally. Oh man,
I would
'cause I'm
assume
trying to find
Android globally,
US.
but
No, Android globally for sure, and it's like a battle between Samsung and Apple. If you break it down, it's a battle between Samsung and Apple. But let's see.
Android's just cheaper. I mean, it is what it is. So that way, like, everybody has access to. You can go to Walmart and get an Android phone for like $50.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
So a rug, I think a rug could be a status symbol too. In that way.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain
yeah,
it.
like I wear my rug and bring it around.
No, it's that people
I
go
guess
to your
I'll-
home. People,
Yeah, I know, I know.
when they go to your home, they're like, I mean, you probably tell them about the rug.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, between my rug and my PC setup, it's probably my PC.
I feel that.
Even though I don't have a PC.
What do you have?
I have a good mic and a shitty laptop.
I feel that. I have a good mic. Also,
Yeah, which one?
the Shure Beta 58A. It's-
Hey. I have the classic streamer one, the Shure SM whatever the fuck.
Yep.
7 whatever.
Yeah,
don't have
I
a
know
box
what you're
with me.
talking about. That is a good mic. It doesn't. But wait, speak into it.
Testing. It's not plugged into anything except for my laptop, so there's nothing like.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
also I have my AC on in the background.
Why don't you have a audio interface?
Because I don't have a good place to plug it in. Right now, I'm using a adapter to plug in more than one thing to my laptop.
Oh, I
So I
okay,
would-
so
I
you
would
just have to
probably
upgrade
just-
your laptop.
Yeah, or get a PC. Either or. I don't know about spending the money on that instead of just saving it or investing it. But
It's where you find the value. Like, would you? Let's talk about your setup because that's something that I've invested a lot of time into. A lot of time. Because I find that more and more I'm spending more of my life on places like Discord and like
oh, what's your build looking like?
it's a MacBook connected to a second screen, microphone, connected to audio interface, headphones going in,
Oh, okay.
connected to the audio interface also. It's a Scarlett Focusrite.
Oh, I was thinking of getting a Scarlett. Is it worth the money?
It is. They'll last a long time. It'll let you get the most out of your mic.
I have a Scarlet.
Yeah.
Focusrite.
It's worth it. And it drives good headphones too. Like the headphones that I'm using are temporary just because the ones that I want to be using I sent in because the right earbud stopped working. It's really nice earbuds. Sennheiser IE600s.
I have a cheap pair from I think Five Below.
Okay, I don't know
You've
what
heard
you're
of that
doing.
establishment?
I've heard of that establishment. I don't know what you're doing with that.
I do have a pretty good monitor. I want to get another one, but it was 139 at Micro Center. It's 39 inches and it's UHD and it's only like I think 90 or whatever the fuck the interval is closest to frames per second, but I'm using a fucking Xbox.
It's a 90
I don't
hertz?
need 90 frames per second. Yeah,
Yeah.
90 hertz.
Okay. What phone do you have?
I have the iPhone 12.
iPhone 12. Would you ever, just because you're already in the ecosystem, would you ever consider getting a MacBook?
I am the laptop I'm talking about was a MacBook. It's a older model, but
Older,
it
okay.
works.
And you would switch over to Windows if you got the PC?
Oh heck yeah! What do you mean? I used to have Windows when I was young though.
Do you game?
Yeah, I'm currently playing a game.
Would that be part of why you would get a PC? Is you'd want to go down that?
Yeah, and it would be nice if I could run everything from one central place. Also, be nice if my machines were more robust. Even recently, well, as recently as last year, I got a Xbox One, and I was playing. Recently, I was like very recently, I was playing Trackmania, and there's this like really big map on there. It's called Deep Dip, and they made a second version of that that's even bigger, Deep Dip 2. Tried downloading that one, and my fucking thing crashed.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
So you'd want to get just the one machine to play games and to interface.
Yeah, run my audio through whatever software I use if I ever get a Scarlett.
Yeah, I don't
Also,
know.
like plug everything into the computer so I could have like different displays and shit instead of having like 1,000 HDMI's.
Wait, but that sure had microphone that you have.
I
it's
got
a-
it
It's a
refurbished as
USB. Like it works
No, I have
directly.
an adapter.
It adapts from XLR to USB.
Yeah, USB.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. I mean, the quality's probably taking a hit from it, but you could hear me just fine, right?
Yeah, because you can't use phantom power. It's a phantom powered mic, right?
I do not know. I bought it from Amazon, so
That's funny.
all these interface questions are probably above my pay grade.
That's funny. Yeah, that would be what I recommend. I mean, headphones first, but after that, audio interface.
Should I get the Apple like big headphones
No.
just for the sheer cultural value of
No.
that?
No. Get studio headphones. So
Such as?
Guitar Center has the AKG. I think they're like
They have AKs?
There's this AKG. KG 50. What are they called?
Okay, AK, I guess the G stands for gun and the 50 is millimeters?
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know they had the permits for that.
Gun 50 AK. It comes with a audio interface though.
Yeah, of course, of course. How else are you gonna plug the XLR cable into your gun?
Yeah.
K52s. That's what they're called. So the AKG K52s are slightly open back headphones, you can find them at Guitar Center for $25 sometimes. They're amazing. They're closed back, but they have a really wide, sound
Bust? I don't know.
stage.
Which headphones?
AKG K52s.
Yeah, they are popular.
Yeah, they're popular because they're cheap, but they're really high quality for the price. And that's part of the reason you should get those. And if you already have the microphone separate, because most people, they want to go for a headset, but when you go for a headset, you're not getting the best of both the microphone and the headphone,
Yeah.
because you're trying to fit two different things into one device, and it makes it more convenient, and that's part of the reason you go for a headset. But if you want higher quality, that's not the way to go.
Right.
And these are really light headphones, so they're very comfortable to wear for a long time.
That's always good.
Yeah, and they're easy to drive, so you can plug them right into your computer. You don't need to plug it into an audio interface, and you don't have to. You don't have to plug it into there's a specific term for it, an amp. Is that the right word?
Yeah, it stands for any means possible.
I think that's what it stands for.
I thought it stands for.
Are you having trouble thinking of an acronym?
No, I thought of one, but it's not. I shouldn't say it because
Why shouldn't you say it? Don't be a pussy.
Don't say
I
it.
say Asian micro penis.
Okay, I mean,
that
it
bad?
works.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
That's another. Or you could say micro penis. There you go. There, now it's
Excuse
not
me.
racist.
The American Menopause Party.
American Menopause Party.
American men.
Did you look that up?
No. I literally made that up. If that's a real thing, that's not my fault.
No, I'm just asking.
doing the
because
acronyms.
that's like really specific.
Because it's AMP. It has to fit that.
It needs to fit it.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay. So I'm not going to go back down the rug thing. I think we've talked enough about that. Let's talk about this, because I'm of the opinion that one should invest a lot into where they spend the most time. So if one,
Okay, so I should invest in the toilet.
do you spend a lot of time on the toilet?
Yeah.
More time than anywhere else?
That and my bed.
Yeah, it's like people when they're talking bed's a great example, because people do spend a lot of money on their bed.
Right.
I mean, what's a lot of money? You could have a
Thousands
pretty
of
good
dollars.
bed frame.
It's the toilet and
That's
the
weird.
bed.
You could have a good bed, good pillows, good bed frame, and if you spend more than $500, you're dumb.
I don't know.
Look, I mean,
Because there's people that will go and buy a $3,000 mattress, $6,000 mattress.
Yeah, and there are people that'll buy like fucking $10,000 couches, but I don't know if it's more comfortable.
I mean, maybe you could save money by combining the two favorite places or your two most.
Yeah, sleep on the couch.
No,
Sleep on the couch.
like you said.
What a novel idea.
That's
and the
actually a good
bed,
idea.
Right?
What if it like pulled out?
So if you had like a fucking hole in your bed where you could shit through the hole.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
You see what
That
I'm
could work.
saying? You
I
could
like
combine
your
the
way of
two, and
thinking.
then you would spend
Where would we put the
all of your
flushing
time
mechanism?
on the bed
What
toilet.
about the smell?
The bed toilet. I mean,
Let's not go down this. I don't. I
think
retract my
it can be
question.
solved. I mean, this could be 100% solved with, you know, simple engineering.
Simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you face an engineering problem, that's just a new opportunity to learn something.
I think I could give this as like a senior project to like a bright
doctorate.
enough group of
Doctorate project.
bachelor students, you know, 4-year degree students, you know, end of their
Mom, I shit the bed,
project.
but it's a good thing.
But
Yeah, Mom, I shut the bed. Okay, I hope you wash your hands after.
yeah, Mom, I shit the bed. Good job.
Did you flush?
Yeah.
You better not
I
have
mean,
left the seat up.
I think if you piss the bed like a lot, you know, you could just sleep with your
I think they've invented some sort of
dick
like
over the hole.
disposable
bed.
like cloth, so it's cheaper, like mechanism, so that you don't have to worry about like wetting the bed.
No, but if you think about it, if you could like attach something to your penis.
Body, yeah, like your
It's
lower
a
part,
catheter?
something
He's
that
talking about a
akin to
catheter?
underwear.
It could be a catheter, but
I'm
it could
talking
also
about a
just be
diaper.
like something that's less you know intrusive, right? But it has like a tube that goes into where the hole is, where you would shit, like pee, everything is there in the bed already, right? So like that tube just goes directly in. If you're a sleeper that pisses the bed, you know what I mean? Like just goes through that tube.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I
Okay.
don't even
It is 1:10
nothing
a.m.
in there. I should go to sleep.
Yes, I appreciate you guys for having this conversation with me. Just chatting.
All right, man.
Brother Man
Yeah.
Williams.
I mean, it got a little rough there. Some
Did
would
you get
say
a
it was
doctorate,
a
Brother
rugged
Man Will?
conversation.
Brother
No,
Williams.
that's my title. My title of my debating title.
MD.
Yeah, I debate the masses.
It's nice to talk with you again, Brother
Yeah, I
Williams.
mean, even though it
Yeah.
was long, irregardless of that, it was a
Irrug.
good talk.
Regardless.
You
Fucking
I-
love you. I fucking love you. I love
Okay.
you for that.
I'm gonna sweep this conversation
Under
the
the
couch, under the bed,
The poop
under
bed.
the toilet, under the toilet bed.
All right. Thank you guys.
No
I'll catch you on the
problem.
next one.
Thank you.
Sayonara.
What an enlightening conversation. I'm glad that I joined and decided to stream today. I wish someone was watching. Let's see, was anyone watching? Oh, looks like I had one viewer this stream. That's new. Hope you enjoyed. They're not here anymore, so I'm not talking to them anymore. But if this person, whoever this person is watching the video again, I hope you enjoyed. Looks like you were on for like a minute. I hope you enjoyed. I had one Cheez-It, and I'm gonna go watch a movie while eating Cheez-Its, because that's what I feel like doing right now. And then I'm gonna go to bed. Anyway, get a rug. If you really want. Just look into them. Look into rugs. See if you like them. I sure do. Catch you on the next one. Peace.